Start your day the joyful way. It's your weekday morning talk show inviting you to start your day with a triple shot of good vibes. And now here's your host, the queen of joy herself, Jessica Dugas.
Good Thursday morning, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you that are celebrating today. I am still in my Thanksgiving PJs. I've got my hat on here because it's a little bit chilly, but you notice I'm in a different spot this morning. I am up in my kitchen. We are doing the cooking thing this morning and all of that and having a good time. But this is going to be a real brief episode today, but I wanted to come on because I know the last couple of weeks have been a little bit wonky here on the Breakthrough Show Network. And it's been an interesting time. I've shared a little bit on my personal Facebook profile about some of the challenges that we've been facing. And, I've shared on the show the last, I don't know how many episodes, who's been counting? How many episodes have we cried on over the last couple of months? But it's a situation where, all I can do is be honest and open. And why do I do that? Because I know that there's a lot of other people in this world who are having challenges. And when we combine those challenges with the holiday season, it can make for a really stressful environment for everybody. And so, yeah, it's been crazy, but I'm so thankful and grateful for everyone's support this morning. I want to share a little bit about a post that I made yesterday on Facebook that got really good responses. And I think a lot of people understood and a lot of people appreciated what I'm talking about the importance of sharing our stories and just being honest about where we are and what we stand for and all that good stuff. And because then people don't feel alone in this world. I think that's so important. So let me know what your plans are today. Say hello in the comments if you're joining me. Let me know if you have Thanksgiving plans today. Let me know what your favorite Thanksgiving dish is. You guys know that we don't do the animal products around here as we're vegan. So we made a couple of why do I do this? Why? This is a why am I like this moment, okay? So I will have like tried and true recipes that work really well, but then something inside me, every Thanksgiving, Christmas, all of that is like, try a new recipe, Jessica. Why do with the chance that it could completely bomb and flop? Why am I like this? Somebody explain it to me. So there were two recipes for vegan turkey breast that I wanted to try it out. And I've done other ones before that have come out beautifully, but of course I had to try something new. So we did, and not just one, but two. So I guess the hopes that one of them turns out really well and we can use them all the time, but we'll see. So we made them last night and then it has to rest overnight. So they've been resting and everything else. So we'll see, I'll report back next week. I'll report back on Project Joy next week. Okay. But let me know what your favorite Thanksgiving dish is. We're excited to have all the fixings. What are we having? Mashed potatoes and gravy, stuffing. We're having pumpkin pie, pecan pie. We are having rolls. We are having green bean casserole. We are having lots of stuff, mushroom gravy, lots of amazing things over here. So I'm excited about that and super excited that I have a couple of friends coming over today. One of the things that's been, it's been a little bit of a roller coaster of emotions for me today because one, this is the first Thanksgiving that I don't have my oldest son home with us today. So I'm a little bit sad about that. And then, I've shared with you guys some of the challenges about coming home to Connecticut. We moved back here back in July. And so this is the first Thanksgiving that I've been here since 2000. No, yep, 2000 was the last. So that was how long ago? Let's math together this morning. 22 years ago was the last time I was home. And my grandparents were infamous for really putting on, beautiful holiday celebrations, both for Thanksgiving and for Christmas. And I suppose I sort of had it in my head that now that I'm back here, that it would be, an opportunity to reconnect with family and have the get-togethers and everything else. And it's not happening, which is fine. It's just one of those things where, as humans, we have this picture of how we want things to be in our head, and it's not that way. And so we have to determine, well, what does it look like for us now? And I'm so thankful to have my husband and 5 of my children in the kitchen with me today, and having this time together, because I think it's really important. We also have a couple of friends coming over later, which will be a lot of fun, because I love to entertain and cook for other people. And it was important for me. I share every year on my Facebook page. Look, if you don't have anywhere to go, even if Thanksgiving, the idea of it isn't something that you celebrate, don't be alone on holidays, and come over. So that invitation is out there. If you are in Southeastern Connecticut or somewhere close by and you can get here, my door is open and you can come eat with us. I always cook enough for an army so we can eat for a couple of days anyway. So I hope that you'll join us if you're here, and please don't eat alone. That's really important to me. Let's check in with the comments and see who is joining us this morning. Miss Brittany was here, of course, in the front, and I don't even have my nails to show off this morning. So I had some beautiful nails done by Miss Brittany. If you don't know, that Miss Brittany does Reiki infused nails, then you need to go check them out. But she made some not just for me, but for all of my girls. And I had them on, and then for the last 2 days, I have been doing ridiculous amounts of deliveries. So I'm a delivery person through Point Pickup and Uber Eats, and I have delivered my son helped me out, the last 2 days, 20 65-inch televisions up the stairs, through the yards, over the river, and through the woods. We have delivered these TVs, okay? And it's not that they were super heavy, it's just really awkward to carry them. So these nails that I had on that were beautiful, thank God I had them on for a little while beforehand, but they, I had to take them off last night because I was rough on them. But she did such a beautiful job, and I'm excited to put on the next ones really soon. So thank you again, Brittany, for that. My sister-in-law is here. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Aisha. Good to see you. Catherine is here this morning. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, Miss Catherine. Thank you so much. Hey, who's this? Oh, wrong page. Wrong page. Who this? He said. Brittany said, sounds delicious. We will be going to my grandma's house. It is the first holiday we are having at her house since my grandfather passed. That is really tough. That's really tough. But I'm so glad that you'll be there with her, because I'm sure that she really needs that. It's so, that's why it's so important to me. It's less about like the specifics of what is it that you celebrate and what's the food about and all of this stuff, and more about that time together. And it's so important to spend that time together. I think it was absolutely a workout I didn't ask for. But it was good. We've had a couple of really fun moments with those deliveries. Yesterday being probably the most hilarious. By the way, Catherine is at work, has to run. Enjoy your day, Catherine, and thank you for working on Thanksgiving. I know that is always hard for our nurses and doctors and police officers and firefighters and all of that good stuff. Everybody, and even retail folks that are being forced to work today, and maybe you didn't want to. We thank you for serving on this day, because it's not easy when you could be home, like, eating and stuffing yourselves to death. So anyway, yesterday we went to go deliver a couple of the TVs, and we had a couple of really funny moments. And so, typically with these deliveries, we take the item, we leave them, we take a photo, they send it to the customer, and we just leave it, drop it and go. That's the process for these deliveries. So we do that. But these are not inconspicuous packages here, boys and girls. These are 65-inch televisions. So you can't just like put it behind a bush and hope that nobody takes it. This is a situation where you're like, okay, I don't want to just leave it in the front yard. Not that it would be, I think I would like to think that if somebody saw, like a neighbor saw somebody taking it, that they would say, but listen, this is 2022. Anyway, so I call the customers and I say, hey, typically we don't call, but I want to know where would you like us to put this TV? And it's paid off really well. They're very grateful for, that we ask and don't just like throw it somewhere. Don't recommend throwing a 65-inch TV anyway, but so I call the first customer yesterday and it's a guy and he says, I said, where would you like it? He says, well, and we're in New England now, so I got to get the accent going. It's a thing. And he says, well, you could leave it on my porch there, but my mother's home and she'll make sure that it gets inside. Right. So I go in the back of the car to get the TV out, and the door like swings open and she's like, how are you? It's the cutest thing ever. And so I said, good, we can bring it up there for you. And she's like, will you bring it in the house for me? Because that would be really, and we said, yes, absolutely, we'll bring it in the house for you. So we bring it in, they've got a beautiful home, and like, you've got such a beautiful home. She's like, oh my God, thank you so much. And so now it's story time. Now she wants to tell us the whole story of how this TV came to be. Okay. She's like, oh my God, this thing is so big. It's so big. My son, he says to me, Ma, I want to get a bigger TV. And I was like, why do you need a bigger TV? And he says, because it's bigger and it's on sale. So then he gets this other TV. And I said, what happened to the other one? He said, I got that one too. And that's this one. So he calls me on the phone and he says, Ma, they're here. Open the door. So I opened the door for you guys and there you were. It was this whole thing. She was super sweet and we left the TV and we had, it's just so nice. It's so much fun for me to get to have these conversations with people. And some people, like this time of year, they just want to talk. They just want to have conversation. They just want to not feel alone. She was in this huge house, and now her son must have been at work or something, but she was all by herself, and as it may have held us up 5 or 10 minutes longer, but it was so nice to get just, talk to her and have a conversation. And yeah, it really brought a lot of joy to my day. We had another moment yesterday with another TV that was going to an older woman, and she had really loud dogs, a couple of dogs inside. Now, outside of the house was somebody, I don't know if it was maybe her brother or somebody that was there. He was older, hard of hearing. He could not hear what I was saying until I literally walked 2 feet from him. The 6 feet apart thing would not have worked for this man because he couldn't hear. And so we, he goes inside and he says, hey, did you order a TV? Like the very thick Italian accent, right? And or did you order something from Walmart? And she says yes. And so we go to take it out and his eyes get all big and he's like, you can just put it right in the back of my car over there. Okay, don't bring it in the house. Put it in my car right there. Okay, holy crap, that is a big TV. Like, and he's freaking out, right? And so we bring it in the house, and I had this whole moment. I almost end up crying because he opens the door and the dogs are barking, and he's like, "Would you shut up? Jesus Christ!" And he's freaking out about the dog, and it sounded for a moment so much like my grandfather, and like it just for moment. And I was like, it was just like a really just, something that was funny that just touched my heart in the moment. So we had a lot of fun with these people yesterday. And we had a lot that we did just have to drop and go because they weren't home or whatever. But it was a lot of fun to interact with people, to have conversations. And know that, people didn't have to, we might have been the only interaction that they had yesterday, and so that was really nice. Miss Juju is joining us this morning. Grand day. Happy Thanksgiving to you, my friend. I hope you are doing well. Miss Linda is here. My accent is on point. She says, have an awesome day. We have fun with that around here. When my good friend Jocelyn comes, because if you saw the premiere of the Breakthrough Show on what was it? Season 5. Okay. We had a whole thing with Dr. Adrienne and Jocelyn and myself. Okay. And we had a whole moment with that. If you haven't seen that, go to thebreakthroughshow.com. Go to the actual Breakthrough Show and check out the premiere of season 5 of the break. You're gonna, if you have not ever seen that, go do it. It'll make you chuckle. So what else is going on over here? I wanted to, when we get to the end, we have celebrities that have birthdays today. A couple other celebrities in my life have birthdays today. So my brother's father, Al, is celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday, Al. And then also my cousin Julia's daughter, Adriana, has a birthday today. Happy birthday to her. I know there's a couple other birthdays in the Facebook world as well, but I was looking to see which celebrities are celebrating a birthday today on Thanksgiving. Katherine Heigl, you guys might know her from Grey's Anatomy. I think the movie was called 27 Dresses. There was a whole bunch of things that she's been in, but I love her, Katherine Heigl. She's a fantastic actress. Let's see who else is on here. Who else? Zachary Taylor, president from that was alive from 1784 to 1850. He had a birthday today. Let's see who else we got going on here. Colin Hanks, I believe that's Tom Hanks' son. Colin Hanks has a birthday today. Yeah, and that looks like that's it for the couple of celebrities celebrating today. Miss Joy is here. That's my queen bee herself. Good morning and happy Thanksgiving to you. Thank you for the accent compliment. Yeah, so yesterday I shared a post. I shared about I had this thought. So day before yesterday, when I went to do deliveries, at one point, there I was crying in the Walmart parking lot. Yes, it happened. Because one of the things that I realized is really important to me is my reputation. And I feel like that's because I have my hands in so many different things, because I'm an author, I'm a host, I'm a producer, I'm, an intuitive, I do that work, I'm a Reiki master and teacher, I am a delivery driver, like I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I do so many different things. And I feel like through that, I've met so many people. And so my reputation has become really important to me. And I feel like that's something that was important to my grandparents as well. As I think back to my childhood, it's something that I feel like because I'm like, where did that come from? And I think that that's something that it was important to them. So it kind of passed to me. And so apparently there was an issue with the delivery app 2 days ago. And when I showed up to pick up, now mind you, I had been delivering since 7:30 that morning. Okay. When I showed up to pick up the delivery, they said to me, one of the workers comes out, who's new, I'll give her that. And she came out and she says, so we're going to have a talk. And she has this smirk on her face. In that moment, the Reiki power in Miss Brittany's nails were working really well, because I held it together beautifully. Let me just tell you. So she has this smirk on her face and she says, we're going to have a talk. And I'm like, yes. And she says, my manager says that if you continue to check in for orders before you get here, you're not going to be allowed to deliver for us anymore. And these eyes were probably like this at that point. Let me assure you, okay? And I said, ma'am, I just got here. And she interrupts me and she's like, I know you just got here, but you checked in 40 minutes ago. And I said, no, I didn't. I came and ran a different order 40 minutes ago. Now, this is not the first time this has happened. So apparently there is an issue with the app, but she proceeded to be some kind of way at me in the parking lot. And I said, at the risk of being that person, if your manager is telling you to say this, I want to speak to her right now. At the risk of being her, okay? But I had to straighten it out because it was not us clicking the button. It was not us doing it. It was clearly an app issue if they weren't doing it. So she comes out, and who's the manager that day but someone that I've seen several times that I really enjoy her. I think she's a fantastic person. She's super friendly. So I was so happy to see that it was her that was the manager. I'm like starting to tear up at this point because I'm like, thank God this is someone that I have like a good relationship with. So she comes out and the first I's like, ma'am, it is not me doing it. It's not. And I explained to her the whole thing. And I said, and I have proof because one of the gentlemen that brought out my last order, he actually saw my phone because we were talking about something else. And he saw that I was not checked in for those other orders when I was here. So she's like, okay, well, then they come out. And she's like, going through everything. And she's like, it must be the app. You need to contact the app and let them know because it doesn't show right on our side, blah, blah, blah. So the guys came to my rescue. They were like, we talked to her earlier and she's one of the best delivery people we have. And she would absolutely not do it. And they're going on. And it was so nice, you guys. And it feels good sometimes. Like we don't always need someone to get our back. Like we don't owe anyone an explanation if we're doing the right thing, but it feels so good to have that support sometimes where it's like, no, we got you. You didn't do anything wrong. It's fine. And so they were super sweet. And I told the one guy, I was like, look, my reputation is really important to me. That's something that I've come to realize is important in my life. And, this isn't the only thing I do. I have 5 kids at home. I homeschool. I host a show. I'm an author. He's like, you're an author? I love to read. Can I have your book? Like, he was so sweet. And so they were so kind to me in the end. And she sincerely apologized for the other person's behavior. And then when she had left, the guy was like, she came from another store and they were not nice over there. So he was super, super nice. But it was a moment where like I was really super, super emotional. And so in that moment, I was like, I really would love people to see like the human behind those of us who are doing service-based work. Now, whether you are a delivery driver, a Uber, like if you cart people around, whether you are a waitress, a chef, a doctor, a nurse, anybody that's in service profession, it's not easy. But I really wanted to speak to delivery drivers because it's something where I feel like a lot of people are like, well, you don't make this stuff. You don't, you're not the person like at the start of it behind everything. So thinking of us in a way that is less than. And so I wrote a whole post on Facebook yesterday, and I was so excited that it was received as well as it was. And so I shared this yesterday, and I said, I'm Jessica. I want to even though it's my personal Facebook page, everybody knows who the hell I am, but wanted to introduce myself as Jessica. I'm one of your friendly neighborhood point pickup Walmart delivery and Uber Eats delivery person. At the time of this photo yesterday, I had put a photo of me holding a little sticky note because I write little love notes to my customers. I was waiting outside Walmart to deliver my fourth 65-inch TV of the day, 12 TVs plus additional items by the time I was done. I deliver anything from your dinner to household items to groceries to the much needed 2 p.m. coffee to oversized merch like these Black Friday deal TVs. I go above and beyond in my deliveries. See the little note? Almost all of my customers receive a little love note from me reminding them that they matter or appreciation of some kind or blessing their holiday season. This particular TV I was delivering got a note, but also got brought all the way upstairs to the customer's living room because he wasn't sure how he'd get it there, having had a hip replacement. He didn't ask, we offered. Why do I deliver right now? A few reasons. Number one, many may not know this, but my husband had lost his job when we moved here, and we both began driving to have income while he went through the interview process of several jobs. Now that he's been hired, it'll be weeks before his first check. The holidays are here, and it's cold outside. So I drive to ease the burden on him while he drives after work in the evenings. P.S. A six-figure income cannot be replaced with delivering alone in this area. And I will pause there for just a moment and say that that's part of the biggest challenge is that a lot of times people have things to say about drivers not being grateful for what they earn. A lot of times these driving positions and even waitressing jobs, etc., are taken when another job is lost and you can't replace the income. You can't, like, it's not possible to replace a six-figure income in this area where I live here with driving alone. Number two, delivering helps to support my own work and my mission while it grows. It allows me to continue to be creative without worrying if it's profitable fast enough. Number three, living with chronic wellness issues, delivering forces me to move my body, which is good for it and doesn't allow me to make excuses that might leave me stagnant. I promise you, if I wouldn't have been delivering those TVs in the last couple of days, I wouldn't have been moving nearly as much. My body, although sore, is thanking me for it, and I know that. Number four, frankly, I just enjoy providing an excellent customer service experience. I love to make people smile. I love to be sometimes the only kind interaction that someone might have in a day. It brings me joy. I made this post so that maybe you can see the human behind your delivery people, perhaps your service workers in general. Maybe not all of them care as deeply about the work as I do. Maybe not all of them keep your food in a heated bag for delivery. Maybe they don't all have 5 kids to feed. Maybe some of them are downright assholes to you on delivery. Try to be kind anyway. Compensate them well if they do provide great care and communication of your order, because I assure you that base pay doesn't even cover the cost of gas. P.S. Most apps allow you to go in and increase your tips for a job well done. If the app doesn't, they all allow you to call and manually increase the tips. I don't know if you guys know this, but if there's no button on the app to add a tip after, you can absolutely call the company and say, I got a delivery, I want to tip them further, and they will go in and we do get the tips. I want to make sure that you know that. Delivery is a luxury service. My husband and I talk about this all the time. If it's right down the street from you and you are able to get in your car and go get it and go shop for yourself and all of that stuff, it is a luxury service. If you are in the group of people that can't treat it as such, now see, I know that there are other things to this. If you're a senior citizen, disabled, sick, a parent with a newborn and no support system, please, at minimum, rate your delivery positively in the app you're using. Every single app has a rating service available. Perhaps even call the company if you couldn't find it or something to express your gratitude if your service received was fabulous. I finish this by saying I am so thankful for my customers who view me as a human being and who appreciate the work I do and understand the things I shared above. Thank you for your kindness, both your appropriate and generous compensation, appreciation, and the smile you bring to my face daily. And I shared that on Facebook yesterday. To give people a little like behind the scenes look at some of the challenges that we face. And I can't obviously speak for every driver. There's times when I'm out, if I'm delivering food, for example, and I'll meet other delivery drivers in there with food, and they'll take the bag and it gets tossed around, and they don't have a heated bag to deliver your food. I have heated bags. There's people that don't necessarily have all the tools or take as much care as I do, so I can't speak for everyone. But when I order food, when I order anything, I go into it with the assumption that my things are being treated with as much care as I would give if I was the one delivering it. I give them the benefit of the doubt. Now, if it comes and it's cold and it's torn and they've eaten my fries or whatever it is, whatever the situation is, I won't tip extra. But I show appreciation to those who are taking the time to provide a great experience for me. And I think what I wanted to finish with today, which I think is so important on this Thanksgiving, is that we all have the opportunity, whether we are in a service-based business or not, to provide a great experience for every person that we interact with. You have the ability to change someone's day completely by simply being kind, by simply issuing a compliment. I can't tell you how many times a day we'll say like, oh my God, I love your hair, or what a beautiful home, or your children are so well behaved, or what a great mom you are. Or like the guy, yes, I had my cardinal holiday pants on yesterday, and the guy was like, I love your pants. And I'm like, thanks, I'm trying to be festive over here. And so just little things like that are just so important and can make somebody's day. Like, I just can't say that enough. You don't even have to work at all. You don't even have to work at all to provide a better world for people, a world where people see a smile, a kind word, anything like that. We all have the ability to make the world a better place. And I'm so thankful today for every single person that does that, that takes the time to every little thing, every little thing matters. I also would like to finish this episode by thanking every single one of you. The last several years of doing the Breakthrough Show, hosting the Breakthrough Show Network, has been everything to me. In times where I really wanted to give up and not life at all, aside from my children and my husband, you're it. You're it. You're what makes me want to get out of bed in the morning. You are what makes me want to go do these deliveries so that I can continue to do this work while the admin side of things of the network grow. I'm so thankful for the relationships that so many of us have created here, on the shows, in the comments. I'm so thankful for being surrounded. There were so many people on that post yesterday saying that I inspired them. I am literally equally, if not more, inspired by all of you every single day. Every single day. How many times have we cried this year on this show? I'm so inspired by you all the time. I'm thankful for my other incredible hosts that have been a part of the network all year this year. The Jacksons, Thank you. Shiraz, thank you so much. Crystal, who didn't continue with us this year. Crystal, I love you so much. Thank you. Karen, Carol, Kevin, Kylie, Juju, Mandy, the Spirit Sessions gals, Rhonda, Bex, Teresa, to the fabulous ladies who have been there from the get-go on Divine DNA, but have also helped so many of us. Miss Brittany, Miss Queen Bee, thank you so much. I cannot tell you. I have been convinced with the challenges that I have faced, specifically with my health over the last, since 2017. If I did not have you, this reason, this purpose to get out of bed and push myself, I would not still be here. I promise you that. So thank you. Thank you very much. I love you all so very much. And I wish you an incredible Thanksgiving. I'm so thankful for all of you today. And I'm going to eat some pie for you, because real friends take the calories for their friends. All right. That's what we do over here. Thank you guys for crying with me. I appreciate you. I will be here as long as I can be. I promise you that. I love you all so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, blowing nose, tissues, crying, all of that good stuff. Thank you guys so much. I wish you a beautiful day. Sending holiday Thanksgiving blessings to you and your family. And I will be here. I will be here on Monday. I love you so much. I will see you next time. We're going to finish with a little of my friend Dorothy, who I'm missing deeply on this Thanksgiving. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I want to remind you to make joy and gratitude and thankfulness a priority in your life today and every day. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
I shall stand for love, even with a broken soul, even with a heavy heart. I shall stand for love, for the world is wounded, not just my little piece of land, where I am mostly safe, where I am mostly well, but our world, everywhere, every day. I shall stand for love, because we need more light, not more death, not more power, not more bombs. I shall stand for love, so that our children are safe, so that our friends are sheltered, so that our borders are open. I shall stand for love, even with a broken soul, even with a heavy heart.